All right, everybody, ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Today, we're tackling a question that's got the whole sports world buzzing.
Oh, yeah?
Can someone really become a serious boxer when they're better known for, internet pranks than jabs and hooks?
Hmm. Interesting.
That's right, we're diving into the wild world of Jake Paul.
It's a question that I think cuts right to the heart of what it means to be a real athlete these days.
Hmm.
I mean, Jake Paul's journey from Vine star to YouTube sensation, that's been well documented.
Right.
But his, foray into professional boxing have some people crying foul,
Yeah.
while others are kind of intrigued by his dedication to it.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. We've got a stack of articles, interviews, even some expert boxing analysis to go through. So
Right.
let's see if we can separate the hype from the reality.
Sounds good.
I'm particularly interested in those early Vine days.
Yeah.
He was just a teenager when those 6-second comedic sketches blew up. I mean, do you think that's where he kind of honed his skills for capturing attention, creating that instant impact?
It's certainly possible. I mean, Vine was all about distilling humor and entertainment down to its purest form. You had to hook viewers immediately, and Jake Paul clearly had a knack for that.
Yeah.
He wasn't just funny, he was editing like a pro, using quick cuts and sound effects and visual gags. It was like these mini masterpieces of comedic timing.
It's true. So maybe those skills kind of translated to YouTube, where he really took off with daily vlogs, pranks, that whole, living the dream lifestyle. Millions of subscribers were just glued to his every move.
Absolutely. And let's not forget his role on Disney Channel's Bizaardvark.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean, he wasn't just an internet personality anymore.
Right.
He was breaking into mainstream media, capturing a whole new audience of young fans.
Which makes the whole downfall even more dramatic.
Yeah.
Noise complaints, public disturbances, accusations of reckless behavior. It all culminated in him getting fired from Bizaardvark, right?
Yeah. It was a very public fall from grace. And it highlights a darker side of influencer culture. This pressure to constantly push boundaries, generate clicks, stay relevant, no matter the cost.
Yeah. It seemed like everybody was writing him off at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But then came the unexpected pivot, the left hook that no one saw coming.
Ooh.
Jake Paul announced he was becoming a boxer.
Yeah, it was a move that made everyone kind of scratch their heads.
Right.
Like, was this just another publicity stunt?
Yeah.
From the king of internet chaos?
Mm-hmm.
Or was there something more to it?
Yeah.
His 2018 boxing debut was definitely more spectacle than sport.
Right.
With that whole celebrity boxing vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
But here's where things get interesting.
Okay.
He didn't just walk away after that first fight.
He kept training. He kept stepping into the ring.
Yeah.
And the opponents started to get tougher.
Mm.
First, it was other YouTubers and social media personalities, but then he moved on to, retired professional athletes.
Oh, wow.
Like former NBA player Nate Robinson.
And former MMA fighter Ben Askren.
And those were some pretty decisive wins.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that knockout against Nate Robinson,
oh, man.
that went viral.
Saw that.
Even among people who had never watched a boxing match before,
Yeah.
it was clear that Jake Paul was putting in the work.
Yeah.
And taking this seriously.
Then came the fight against Tyron Woodley,
Oh, yeah.
a former UFC welterweight champion.
Wow.
That was a legitimate test.
For sure.
And Jake Paul not only won, but knocked Woodley out.
Really? That's when the boxing world started to take notice.
I think so.
Exactly. And it wasn't just luck or hype. We actually dug into some fight analysis.
Okay.
And it's fascinating how Jake Paul strategically exploited a weakness.
Oh.
In Woodley's style.
Okay.
Woodley tended to drop his right hand after a jab, leaving his head exposed.
Right.
Paul picked up on this and landed a devastating right hook that ended the fight.
Wow. So it's like he was playing chess, not just brawling.
Yeah.
He was studying his opponents, learning their weaknesses.
Right.
And capitalizing on them.
Exactly.
It showed a level of boxing IQ that I don't think a lot of people thought he had.
Yeah. And it's not just about fight strategy.
Okay.
We've also got some insights into his training regimen. And it's intense.
Really?
He's working with top-tier trainers.
Wow.
Sparring with world-class boxers, pushing himself to the limit.
So he's really embracing the discipline and dedication that boxing demands.
He is.
This isn't just some vanity project for him.
No.
It's a full-blown commitment.
Which brings us back to his ambition to fight Canelo Alvarez.
Right.
Is he delusional?
Yeah.
Or is there a chance he could actually pull it off? I mean,
Yeah.
Canelo is arguably the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world right now.
But what if it's not about winning? What if this whole Canelo thing is just another calculated move?
Right.
Think about the spectacle.
Yeah.
The media frenzy, the global attention it would generate. Win or lose, Jake Paul would be making history.
He'd be proving that a fighter with his background can share the ring with a legend.
That's a fascinating point.
Yeah.
It's not just about athletic achievement anymore.
Right.
It's about narrative. It's about creating a story that captures the world's imagination.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul is a master storyteller.
He understands that in today's media landscape, it's not enough to be talented. You have to be entertaining.
Yeah.
You have to be controversial. You have to be talked about.
Right.
And he's using those skills to disrupt the boxing world.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's hacked the system, using the tools of the internet age to infiltrate a sport that's, steeped in tradition.
Yeah.
And let's face it, often resistant to change.
And that's where we get to the heart of this whole deep dive, I think. Yeah. Jake Paul's story isn't just about boxing.
Right.
It's about how we define athletic success in the digital era. He's blurring the lines between sport and entertainment.
Yeah.
And he's forcing us to question, what really matters.
Yeah.
What does matter?
Is it skill, dedication, or the ability to command attention?
Some would say he's cheapening the sport.
Yeah.
That his celebrity status and social media savvy are giving him an unfair advantage. He's getting opportunities that other more deserving fighters could only dream of.
That's a valid criticism.
Yeah.
And it's one that's been echoed by a lot of people in the boxing community.
Yeah.
He hasn't had to climb the ranks the traditional way.
Right.
Fighting his way up through, local circuits and earning his stripes.
But then again, he's bringing in a whole new audience.
He is.
Generating revenue.
Yeah.
Making boxing relevant to a generation that might have otherwise just dismissed it as, a relic of the past.
That's true.
Isn't that something the sport needs?
There's no doubt that Jake Paul is a polarizing figure.
He is.
But whether you see him as a villain or a visionary, you can't deny the impact he's having.
No.
He's forcing the boxing world to confront the realities of the digital age.
Where virality and self-promotion can be as powerful as a knockout punch.
And let's not forget he's actually winning these fights.
Yeah.
He's proving that he's more than just a social media star with a big ego.
Right.
He's putting in the work, honing his craft, and exceeding even the most generous expectations.
So the question is, can he sustain this momentum?
Yeah.
Will he continue to evolve as a boxer, or will he eventually hit a ceiling?
Right.
And more importantly, will he be able to gain the respect of the boxing establishment?
Yeah.
Or will he forever be seen as an outsider, a disruptor, the YouTube kid who dared to step into the ring?
I guess that's what we're all waiting to see. We've explored his journey from those early Vine days to his current status as a, legitimate contender. We've analyzed his fighting styles, training methods, and his undeniable impact on the sport.
But ultimately, the question we started with remains.
Okay.
Can someone who built their career on attention-grabbing stunts truly be taken seriously as a professional athlete?
Yeah.
We've presented the evidence, the arguments, the different perspectives. Now it's up to you, our listener, to decide.
Is Jake Paul a genuine boxer? Is he a savvy businessman? Is he a master manipulator of the media?
Or is he all of the above?
And something more.
Dive deeper into the complexities of his story. Explore the evolving landscape of sport and entertainment in the digital age. And draw your own conclusions. We'll be back soon with another deep dive curated just for you.